hate being hard sold to. So I just literally have a brochure and a card, and I'll just knock on the door and say, "Hi, I'm John from Property-Pxrn. I'm an estate agent. I just wanted to give you this in person." And then I kind of gauge the response. And if it's a little bit hostile, then I'll say, just bear us in mind, and then disappear down the drive. If they're quite warm and fuzzy and I think there's a conversation to be had, I'll say, "How are you getting on?" And then that just opens up a conversation where then they'll say whatever they're going to say. And often it's, "Well, it's terrible out there, isn't it?" And I'll say, "Yeah, it's a very challenging market, but there are things that we can be doing that can actually cause better results." So, and then there is prick up at that point. So yeah, it's something I've never done before in my whole 22 years, but it is working for me. So yeah.
I was talking to someone a little while ago about the approach to that particular, that almost like one of the most challenging things for a new agent to do is to get off their backside, get into their car and go back to the boards that they go past and get out and then go up the drive and then, start getting all flustered. And actually, one of the things I would say is, if you're an agent watching this, go and talk to the buyers that are looking at the minute and ask their permission for you to say, "I've got a buyer that's asked me to come and look for properties in this area." So you've actually got a purpose behind it as well. So that's just one thing just to add to that. And that's worked for 2 agents that I've coached, rather than they've just knocked on the door. It's been "I've got a buyer." But what I like is your guts. And I've seen you on LinkedIn. You said you're surprised by the results you've had on LinkedIn.